Hey,
Is nobody else here?
they're coming. They're slowly coming in now. I'm having to hit a mitt. Should be in here in a second. Hello.
Hello.
I'm still adding people in. Give me a second. People still rolling in. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right, we got 17. I think we had about 20 say they're coming. So is it time? All right, I'm gonna start slowly and just kind of wait and see if more show up as we're going. Okay, so happy quarantine, everybody. Glad you could all make it. Can everybody hear me? Everybody see me and hear me? Okay. Okay.
Yep.
If I'm talking and I don't catch somebody trying to get in and they're texting them or something, just shout it out and I'll come in. Okay. So we kind of know now where our path is going for APUSH. The test itself is now just an essay. It's just a modified DBQ, and that's it. That's all it is. I sent out the modified rubric on Friday, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Oops. Anyway, so let's talk about that a little bit. So what's the new test date?
May 15th.
May 15th.
Friday, May 15th, which is 1 week after originally was going to be. So you have a little over a month. I understand if you have not looked at any of my videos at this point. I'm not going to be upset about this. Let me kind of tell you my philosophy about what I'm doing. First off, if we were in class right now, we would probably be finishing up. We're somewhere in Unit 12. We would come back after the break, from spring break, and do the rest of 12 and 13. Our EOC would have been that last week of April. So what would have started this week and what would have carried over to the week we got back from spring break is the review packet readings and quizzes. If you've at all been following what I've been doing is I've just been kind of reading the packets on Moodle, just because I don't really have another way of, I don't want to Zoom every day. I think that's just kind of not great. I don't want to do that to you every single day or whatever. So what I'm doing is just kind of reading sections of the packets. Hang on, I got to add a few more people in. So anyway, I've been reading sections of the packet every day as a way to kind of just break it down in chunks. What we found out on Friday, I don't know if you read down on the website, but the DBQ will only possibly come from courses units 3 through 7.
Same.
Now, these are not my units. I want to make sure everybody understands that. Whenever I say the course guidebook units, if you go to the link I'm posting about the course guidebook for APUSH, every single day I post a link to it. It breaks it down by units. I don't do my units that way because I don't feel like we need to. But basically, the material you can cover on this test in May is going to be from Indian War, 1754, until the end of World War II, 1945. Okay? So that's the entirety of where the test can go. So you don't need to study anything but that section. Now, as far as how I've been reading every day, if you don't want to watch the videos, I understand. The videos, it's just kind of something to do to keep you engaged. What you really, really want to do, and this is, I can't stress this enough, is read the packet. Like, you got to read the packet. Listen to me read it to you is fine. I mean, if you're just kind of doing something you want someone to listen to, that's fine. But the more you see it, the more you read it, the better it's going to be. What I've been doing in the videos every day is I've been trying to keep them to 10 minutes a piece. So it's like 10 and 10. So it's a total of 20 minutes for listening to me every day. Then I usually go through the key concepts. I don't usually talk key concepts in class because we're going to review everything in class together, and I don't really worry about it. When I say key concepts, you go to the course guidebook. When you go to the units it has for APUSH, it says KC 1.4, KC 4.2, whatever. AP test questions and prompts can only come from key concepts. If you want to know, like, what exactly do I need to study, go look at the course guidebook, go look at the key concepts. If you read through those, that's exactly what it needs to be, okay? So I'm reading the packets. The packets do a very good job of kind of going through all those key concepts and addressing what needs to be addressed. But I'm trying to go through the readings and go through the key concepts to kind of keep you where we are. For the most part, the packets kind of follow along nicely with the key concepts and the units. So there's not a lot of jumping around you have to do in general. So at this point, I said this on Friday too, I'm only going to do Monday through Thursdays from now on because we now have a month and a half. The biggest thing is to figure out a way for you to stay engaged. I can't give you new assignments. I can't do assignments to keep you honest. What I am going to start doing is posting the quizzes to help do what you can. But the more you look at review material, the more you watch, I know some of you don't like Crash Course, the more you watch Crash Course, the more you read, not just Crash Course, but reading too, it's really going to help you get better prepared. So at this point, it's what, April 6th? You have until May 15th. I don't know if you have other AP classes or dual enrollment or anything like that. Even if you have not watched a single video at this point, you're not behind, but you got to go back and review stuff. If we were in class right now, we would be reviewing stuff. The way I do that in class is you read the packets and I quiz you on it. You get a grade for it. That keeps you honest. And it forces you to go back and reread the stuff and relook at the stuff again. If you're just going to think, I think I know a pretty good amount, I'm just going to wing it, that's not going to do enough, especially because you're not engaged for 2 months for school. You got to go back and read those packets. Those are Princeton Review packets I stole years ago from Princeton Review, just ripped them off. So I don't care if you download them, read them, whatever the case is. Just don't tell Princeton Review that I took them from them. But the key element here is that you got to read it. You can listen to me read it to you. I don't care. Like I said, the main reason why I'm doing the video is just to kind of like parcel it out. So if you think about it like this, every single day I've basically given you 2 video notes of me reading and a crash course video. That's about 30 minutes. If you were from today onward or tomorrow onward, maybe in the morning, do 30 minutes, 1 day's worth of notes from French Indian War with the 2 videos and the crash course. That's 30 minutes. Maybe a morning and afternoon. You can double up that way and get kind of caught up. I don't know if I'll be doing stuff over spring break, the spring break that would have existed. I don't know yet. We might do something limited, but I'm still going to probably post some kind of content during that week. So the biggest thing is just make sure that you are doing something, reading something. Now, as far as DBQ, if you have it, I'm going to try to pull this up on my phone real quick. Go to that site I sent out to you about an hour ago. It's the one that has all the information. I'm gonna scroll down to AP US History. So everybody sees your time. What time are you taking this test? On May 15th.
1
p.m. Central Time, right? So it says you need to get in about 30 minutes ahead of time. Make sure you're good because you only need technology problems. So you have 1 DBQ. I'm going to read it to you because I don't know if everybody's been listening to my videos or reading the things I've been putting out. Here's what you got to do in the essay, okay? Respond to the prompt with historically defensible thesis or claim that establishes a line of reasoning. So thesis and contextualization are the same. You start the essay out with contextualization, do like 4 or 5 sentences on contextualization, then you do 2 sentences on thesis, just like normal. That has not changed, okay? Describe a broader historical context relevant to the prompt. That's contextualization. Support an argument in response to the prompt using 4 documents. They're going to give you 5. So you don't have 7, you have 5. To get full credit, you have to use 4 out of 5. You can use all 5, no big deal. You're only given 45 minutes. A normal DBQ gives you 60. So you still need to take about 5-10 minutes to plan, but that's one of the reasons why you may not want to use 5 documents to save yourself some time. Use at least 2 additional pieces of specific historical evidence beyond that found in the documents. Normally, you only have to do 1. They're wanting you to use 2 specific examples. That means an act, a name, a place, something like that. And if you not on this web page, but somewhere else, it said like they know it's gonna be open notebook. If you have a bunch of loose leaf out on a table, and then like all your chapter notes right beside you, textbook, the Princeton review packets, whatever. Have it all there ready. As soon as you pick the prompt up, go search through things if you need to, and go write down some acts or names or events or something if you forgot it. I wouldn't do it unless you forgot. It's going to waste time. But they are fully aware that you can use open notes. What can you not do? What can you not do together?
Plagiarism.
Like talk.
Right. You can't like get in a group circle and like, hey, let's all write this together, or get on Zoom and let's like, hey, what'd you put for this or that? They're going to be using like cheating detection stuff. So please don't do that, or just don't tell me about it if you do. I can't stop you.
Unionize our answers.
Be smart. But use 2 specific outside pieces of evidence. Where can that not be with your what?
With the topic of your documents?
Well, it can't be with contextualization. Remember that contextualization has to be separate from it. So your contextualization cannot count your 2 outside examples. So somewhere in those 3 body paragraphs, do 2 outside examples, but be specific. Don't just give a broad explanation. It has to be specific. And you have open notes. So like, go find the name if you need to find the name. And you have your phone, you have your laptop, go Google search it real quick and then get the name you need to. Because they know it's going to happen. I mean, it sounds like I'm telling you cheat, but they said that in the notes. Like they know it's open notes, so use that at your disposal. For at least 2 documents, explain how or why the document's point of view, purpose, historical situation, or audience is relevant to the argument. So PPHA. We had done that for one of the essays. We were doing that for the last essay you turned in before we left. Again, for PPHA, it can be any of the 4. You can do audience, it doesn't matter. And just like before, they're only saying you need to do 2, but how many would I suggest you do?
Probably 3.
Probably 3, right? Thank you, Treg. I'm glad we're having this one-on-one conversation. But yeah, so do 3 at least. And again, be very direct, right? The purpose of this document is blank or whatever, right? The audience is this. Be very direct. But this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You have, instead of taking a 3-hour plus test, you have a 145-minute essay, and you can still get a 4 or 5 and get full credit for this exam. That's amazing. All of you are great writers. You just have to make sure you put your heads to it and get it done. But don't waste this opportunity. Biggest thing coming from administration about all this is that don't lose your steam. We've already been about a month out of school. I'm going to keep putting the videos out to kind of keep you engaged is all I can do. I'll put out quizzes and those kind of things too. But it's up to you. Only you can prevent forest fires, right? Only you can actually make your butt go study. I can't. I don't plan to do a bunch of Zoom meetings like this. I don't want to waste your time. I know we all have things going on. We have lives we're living. My goal is to keep doing what I've been doing, and then probably do another follow-up Zoom like the first week of May, like the week before the test. We'll do a kind of like a last minute, hey, what do you need from me type video, and that'll be it. And maybe we'll be. I mean, technically we're out till April 30th. But I don't foresee us going back to school, so we'll see. But I don't think we'll be in school at that point. I'm not saying it's official. That's just my own personal opinion. Anyway. I think that's it. And of course, the last point for the essay, does your whole essay make sense? Make an explanation well and all the other things. Every time you use a document, how many sentences must you write?
2.
So what?
Every time you use a document, how many sentences must you write?
At least 2.
At least 2. The first one's doing what?
It's going to be explaining the
explaining the paraphrase that you just did.
Yeah, I don't know who just said that, but yeah, basically you're paraphrasing whatever the document is. Second one is saying like, this is why
How
it's
like back to
significant.
topic.
Exactly. So if you want to go ahead and say like the purpose of this is blah, that's fine. Okay. You only have one chance, one shot, so make sure you get a lot of media detail for all your explanations as well. I think that's it from me. I just want to make sure we're all aware of when the test is, what time it is, because it's a certain time. You can't just show up anytime that day and take the test. It's at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is anyone gonna be out of town that day?
No.
Day?
So 1 p.m. Central Time, I would try to log into whatever server they have brought up for you a half hour before to make sure there's no problems. The way they said, I would just do it on your phone, personally. I would put up
How
on
did
your
we get to the server?
I'm sure that they said on the College Board that they're going to release more in late April. They don't know yet. They don't have it linked up yet. So you'll probably find out the last week of April, like here are the links to it. So when it's time, you'll go onto the link, click it. The biggest thing is if you don't know your student login, get it. You need to figure out your student login between now and then to get on, because I'm sure you're going to have to use that to get onto the website. The
For a
login,
College Board account?
College Board account, yes. The one you used to
Okay.
get scores in the past, correct. If you're using it for other classes, like to get on to like do tests and stuff, it's the same account. Get your College Board account. Make sure you can log in. The website's not up. I'll send a reminder out when it's up. You log in. What you need to do is just write it on loose leaf paper. You can type it if you want. To me, just be easier. Write it on loose leaf paper. When you're done, photograph it, send it through your phone, and be done. That's just what I would do. I wouldn't try to bother typing it, try to submit it with a file and stuff. I would feel like that would take too long. I feel like I just need to write it on loose leaf, take a picture, submit it, and be done. That's it. So test date, time, the format's a DBQ, a modified DBQ. The rubric is on the middle page right now. And if you have any questions about that, just let me know later on. I think that's it. We now know exactly where the content's coming from. Units 3 through 7, which not my units 3 through 7, College Board's units 3 through 7. French Indian War to the end of World War II. That's the only place this information can come from. Now, it's not to say you couldn't information from like colonies or something like Jamestown, but point being is that that's where the question will come from. Now, in as much orderly fashion as possible, does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yes, go ahead.
So I'm just repeating what you said. So we only have one DBQ, and the least amount of prompts that we have to incorporate into it is 5 at the least, you said? Not
There's
6.
5 documents given to you, so you only have to use 4. You only have to use 4, and you get 100%. So if you use 4,
And also, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. On the website, it says you're only giving 45 minutes to do the essay. Is that correct?
yeah. So you get 45 minutes, and that includes planning. You get 5 additional minutes for uploading. So 45
Okay.
to write, 5 to upload. So you technically get 50, but I don't know what that looks like as far as like uploading time. I would just plan to be done in 45 minutes. But yeah, you got to do 4 documents, and you have to do PPHA for 2 required. I suggest doing it for 3. Okay. Other questions?
All right.
Can you repeat the time periods we need to focus on?
Yes, it's from the College Board website, units 3 through 7. It's French Indian War, 1754. So like the event that caused the colonies to rebel, like all the taxation stuff, right? Proclamation line, Stamp Act, all those things, all the way to the end of World War II, 1945, which is their unit 7. Nothing from 1945 onward will be on the test. Okay? Anything else? Okay. Has anybody been following the Moodle and wants to give me any critiques or suggestions or things like to see different? Has it been helpful for anybody? I see Lily shaking yes.
It has.
Okay.
I haven't been using the Moodle. I've been going off of other sites that have like pre-AP test questions on there, and I've been making a Quizlet. It's not the best Quizlet, but I'm making a Quizlet for it.
As
And I'm
long as you're
going
doing
back on other-
something, that's fine. I don't really care. My thing is, if you just want something concise, you don't have to watch Crash Course. You don't have to listen to me. I would just suggest reading the packets. The packets, me going back through them and reading them to y'all through the videos, they're really good. They don't really miss that much in terms of content. They get a lot of the main ideas. So I would, if you're doing nothing else at this point, just go read the documents, or read the packets that are there on Moodle. And if, like I said, you don't have to read it all today. You can read it over, you got a month and a week. So take that time and read it slowly but surely, but that's fine. Would you like to see me doing anything else?
No.
Okay. So is there anything else I need to address at this point?
No.
Okay, so if you haven't already received your refund for the field trip, that will be coming to you. Ms. Jackson's working through those. All your money will be refunded. The other thing is the shirts. Unfortunately, the shirts came in like the Tuesday after we left. So I have the shirts. I can't give them to you because of all the rules, regulations. We're just kind of in a wait and see pattern. I don't know what's going to happen with the shirts. And I don't know if you're just going to have to get them for me in August. We'll kind of see what happens. It's kind of unfortunate, but I have them ready to go. And I'll give them to you as soon as I can. Even if you pay me already, I can't do anything with them right now. I just got to kind of wait and see. Because if I have COVID, I can't mail you my COVID, and then you all get COVID. So that's bad news bears. Anyway, I think that's kind of, and also the book report's canceled. And I'm sorry if you read it. I know a few of you actually said you did it. I'm sorry that if you did it. At this point, I just don't know if it's now listen, I will say this. It is optional. If you want to do it, and if I can put a grade in later on, I will for you. At this point, I just don't know what's going to even happen with grades. They haven't really told us much as far as like what's going to be going on with grades in the future. So I can't really answer that question. But the book report's optional. It's not required anymore if we even have school after this point. So.
Do you know if they're gonna make us stay? Like, are they gonna extend school because of the corona?
No,
situation?
the federal government and the state have waived seat time essentially. So they're probably trying to decide what school's gonna look like, but they're gonna try to do any kind of school wrap up. I imagine at this point they're trying to figure out how to like end school. But you're not gonna make anything up. So whatever you got in the class is what you got, kind of a thing. And they might come out later and say, hey, if you want to improve your grade, you can turn some assignments in or like do something else. And that could be something you could do, but that's about it. You shouldn't have to make anything up.
So more than likely, what our grades are right now might be our final grades.
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they give us the opportunity to put more in or give you the chance to put something in, because I don't want you just like, that's not really fair to y'all just to walk away in March and be like, oh, this is my grade. Some of y'all may have been close to like a B or C or A or something. So I don't know. So like I hope to find out more in the next couple of weeks from admin, and I'll let you know as soon as I find something out. But I don't want you to just walk away with what you have right now unless you already have an A, you know. So anyway, any other questions?
No,
Well, I'm glad to see all your faces. It's the ones I can see. Yeah, everybody give a little wave. Say hello, everybody. So I plan to do another follow-up meeting probably the first week of May, just to kind of do a catch-up and see how you're doing. And you can definitely ask me questions that you have. Sorry, my wife is cutting grass right behind me. I'm about to go weed eat behind her, so she don't get any ideas. She's cutting grass. I'm gonna go weed eat behind her. So
Equality.
It's all about equality. Anyway, so so nothing else. Any other questions? Everybody's good. We'll have a wonderful April. Get outside, ride a bike, stay away from each other. Don't cheat on the test. Right? Use open notes. Just don't cheat. So.
oh wait, so we can use open notes with it?
It is open notes, yes. They know it's open notes, so feel free to use open notes. If you need to Google something, but have it all ready. Have it all ready, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Wait, sorry, one more thing. It's confirmed 1754 to 1945, you said?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
that's
it.
it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good break. See ya.
Bye.
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 Adios.